Let me give you one closing illustration. I was doing open air at Columbia, and a professor invited me to come into his class. He was a postdoc student from UK, and the class was a discussion on the difference between Zwingli and Calvin's view of war. And the guy was brilliant, and the discussion was off the charts amazing. So I'm walking out of the classroom with the guy, and I turned to him and say, "Professor, that was amazing. Thank you so much. Now let me ask you, what are you living for? And what's the evidence that whatever it is you're living for is true?" And this brilliant postdoc student from UK looks me in the face and says, "I'm not a good person to ask that question of. That's scary." And yet it's been my experience too often that too many people have to answer the same way. Don't ask me that question. What am I living for, and what's the evidence that what I am living for is true? Because they have not thought through, what am I really living for? What motivates me? Why do I get up in the morning? Why do I do what I do? Why do I work the way I work? Why do I treat people the way I treat people? What's going to happen after death? They just haven't thought about it, and yet they're living for something. And the question is, what's the evidence that what you are living for is true? So in spite of my uncertainty, in spite of the fact I can't prove God exists or prove that Christ rose from the dead, the evidence is God does exist, the evidence is he really does love me, and the evidence is the resurrection took place. And therefore, I will follow the evidence to Christ. Not that it's perfect, it's not. Not that there are not problems in the Bible, there are. But gosh, when you look at the way he loves you and me, when you look at the experiences of life that you get and the experiences of others, it's real clear to me. Trust in him.